boom, 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 boom. What up, though? What up, though, everybody? And welcome to the Retired Hoodrat podcast in the building. I'm your girl, comedian TBarb, y'all. Comedian TBarb. And we are live. Don't forget, every other Monday we go live. Oh, that was so late. So one more time with the applause, y'all. What up, though? And welcome to the Retired Hood Rat Podcast. It's your girl, comedian TBarb in the building. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for being live with us. Every other Monday, we are live on YouTube. So you can check us out on YouTube, comedian TBarb. And every Thursday, the episodes are uploaded to Spotify. And I want to just make that clear. That's why it's important to have that type of vision and that type of strength. And it usually only comes when it's something that's designed for you. So today's hood rat word of the day from your favorite retired hood rat. Don't forget, relapse is a part of recovery. I be tripping from time to time. Not all the time, but sometimes. Okay. So I'm your favorite retired hood rat. And I'm here to tell you, I'm telling you, and I'm speaking not only because this is near and dear to my heart, but I feel like this is something that I go through often. And I'm a person that's come from nothing to something. So you look at when I was younger, my parents met fresh out of prison. I don't just say that to say that. That's the reality. And we have two people that is uncouth as hell, fresh out of prison. I'm talking about they was in the vocational program, so they was in the halfway house. They was still going to jail at night, and in the daytime sneaking off in the closet doing it to each other or something, you know. Next thing you know, my mama pregnant, I'm here. They only taught me what they could. My mother was a product of foster care system. She was abused. My grandmother was a hoe, and I would have been a third generation to go to prison. Simple as that. And I know I've never been to prison. I know everything about prison because I had to listen to them talk about prison all the time. I'm surprised with Dany with the Y be making cook-ups all the time for her little young bulls. I'm surprised I wouldn't eat cook-ups. Okay. I was like, okay. My mama had a little, anyway, we'll get into that later. But the point being, I came from nothing. So I did that. I went to college on my own on a bus. Nobody understood what I was doing. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? You're not safe. I was like, well, this what I want to do. God told me to do this. And this and I didn't even know nothing about God then. I just knew I was gonna trust myself at that moment. Did that, went to college. The ghetto was I'm smoking cigarettes. It's so embarrassing because I didn't know the bougie girls then, I was considered like probably the little riffraff, the little, ready to bust somebody in the head. And cigarettes was only like $2 a pack then. So I never, oh yeah, boss up. I never ran out of cigarettes, right? So the point being is I was laser focused on what I wanted to do. You couldn't take it from me. And even when I felt inadequate, even when I didn't feel good about it, I was going to be consistent about it. I was going to be consistent until I felt good. I was going to keep trying until I felt good. And I see a lot of people that are on the brink of their next breakthrough, or they're on the brink of making it big, and they so worried about what the next person think. Or what they saying is, I can't do it because somebody else has told them they can't do it. Or they shared their vision with someone, and that person, instead of embodying it, because we talk to other people thinking they're going to give us the answer we want to hear.
Right.
No, they're going to give you the answer that they want to give you. And that answer may not be what you need. That's why I think that closure is a bunch of bullshit. But we ain't going to get off into that. Don't forget, consistency is key. Retire Hood Rat Podcast with your girl, comedian TBarb in the building. Make sure you head over to YouTube, comedian TBarb, and follow us live. Also, Detroit is different. Every other Monday, we are live in studio with our guests. And then you can catch us live every other Thursday. I'm your girl, comedian TBarb. Make sure you come see me August 31st at the Detroit House of Comedy in the building.
It's gonna be such a good show. I'm so excited.
All right, but let's get off into this, and we're gonna do our prayer together. Once again, we got Dany with the I in the building, y'all. Bum, 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 bum. I don't got that one, so I'm gonna make it up.
Can I also say that you cannot share your vision that God gave you with everybody? Like,
Absolutely.
It's not meant for everybody. When you was talking, it was so powerful, and I was just like, wow, like I needed to hear that was confirmation. But that's just what I kept hearing. You cannot share everything with everybody. You just gotta run and do what He told you to do.
Yeah.
Run, tell that. And then we also have Dany with the Y, also known as Dany Redwine. In the building,
Redwine, you
boom,
make me
boom,
feel so
boom.
fine. Fine rocking. I love the time.
Let me tell you, before we get off into this interview, this is the point where I find out what special effects we have. Okay? Because y'all know how I be with the special effects. Y'all ready? Let's get that reaction.
I thought we was praying.
We gonna pray, but let's
Okay.
see what effects we get because we might need to pray about the effects.
Okay.
Fuck with my white house.
Okay, that one
Okay,
say white
yeah.
house.
I'm sick of all this capping.
Okay.
Okay.
Just saying you could do better.
Okay, I like that.
Hey, yo.
Oh, hey, yo.
Okay, applause.
Okay.
That's good.
Let go.
Fuck that nigga.
Okay,
that's
all
useful.
right,
That
all
one's
right,
useful.
all right.
Yeah, that
was a
one's
good one.
useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Drake is all up
useful.
in there.
Yeah, that was definitely useful.
All right, it's time for our hood rat prayer before we get off into this. Shout out to Malachi Lee who says, "What up,
What up,
dog?"
dog?
And Travis T is in the building. Say what it
Hey,
do.
what up, Trav?
I am looking horrible on YouTube.
Oh, we
by
just
the way.
came out of Planet
Don't.
Fitness. We just got out of
They
Planet.
look
We fresh out
good.
of
We
Planet
just got
Fitness.
to working out. You can see every pop
Look, I
mark
tried.
on my goddamn face.
I tried to, and I just discovered I got a bump. I got a new bump on my face.
Yeah, and, this,
Yeah.
and the lightness. Matter of
I
fact,
was sitting there like,
I'm
hey,
about to-
I'm coming to the podcast too.
I'm about to be in the dark. Look at me. Look how I changed mine. So I want to
TBarb
do
in
the
the dark.
podcast in the dark. Yeah,
After
Word.
dark.
for real. For this boy, look about.
Yeah.
Okay, it is time for. And shout out to my girl. I love your short hair. She's like, you look good. Thank you. And Darcy. Oh, say I was talking to.
Oh,
Auntie.
Darcy, I love his TikTok videos.
He's
I've been
so
watching
awesome.
them.
One Mic Entertainment.
Ah,
I
thank you.
know.
Somebody gave me a crown. Thank you, Jess, for the crown. I appreciate you.
Hey, that was my crown.
Okay, that was for
Oh,
Dany with the
clearly.
Y. That was for Dany with the Y.
Hey.
Okay, let's get up into this prayer
Okay,
because I want to get to
yeah.
this interview,
I
y'all.
know.
Okay, don't
Okay, let's
forget, this prayer is not about any particular deity. I'm not trying to get you to Jehovah, Jesus, Allah. It's just about putting positivity out into the universe. Okay, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you do, please bow your head. And if you're driving, don't do that, because if you crash your car, that's your business. Okay, God did give you discernment, right? Okay, so please use your
Exactly.
discernment. Okay, we're gonna bow our heads.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, God, you say whatever. Dear God, thank you so much for bringing us here today. Thank you for allowing us to reach somebody who needed to hear that message of consistency. Dear God, there's somebody out there that they need that self-esteem. They need that self-awareness, God, and they need that confirmation from you that they are on the right path. God, they need that confirmation to be consistent, to stay positive, to keep their head up high, to know that anything is imaginable as long as you put the vision in their mind, to know that anything that they think of is possible. It is possible, and it is your way and your will. God, I want people to know that you only live once, so you make the best of your life and your gifts, God. And I just ask that you bless someone to have the ability to want to use their gifts for positive, use their gifts to smile, make people smile, to make themselves smile, to change the trajectory of their family so that they may have generational wealth, God, and
Yes.
abundance and blessings and protection. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
I bet y'all didn't know I was a little pastor.
Yeah, he is a little pastor.
Girl.
And then
We about to be
and
like
then
doing
during
this to
prayer-
our head in a minute.
wait, then during prayer, man, I was like, my God, all they got is forehead in this camera. Like, oh, babies. My forehead, all they got was forehead. I'm bowing my head. All they got.
Oh, you said we
Oh,
live on
but-
YouTube.
Po people. I'm sorry, y'all had to get that.
There's a lot of forehead over here.
All that forehead was in the camera.
Okay, we smart.
Thank you, Michelle, on TikTok so much for the rose. I appreciate it. I don't know what all this stuff means, but I feel good about it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get off into these guests, guys. Once again, I'm gonna reintroduce our first guest sitting right here. She is new to the game and true to the game. She has been out here killing it with the Funny is Funny crew with my homeboy Mike Larry. I want y'all to give it up for Dany with the eye.
Hey, Dany with the eye.
Thank you.
Or
Oh,
Lil
there we go.
Danny. AKA Lil Danny.
Thank you for having me on here, T-Barb.
You are more than welcome. And then sitting right next to Dany with the eye is Dany with the Y, also known as Dany Redwine.
Mommy
Hey,
Rojo.
yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I like that too.
Okay, so today we want to talk about we have women in entertainment on top of that on the show today, and I want to know, can women stick together? Can women be true friends? And can women build alliances to further their careers?
Yes, I believe we can.
I believe so.
I do. I believe, it's a personality thing for me. And I think all women can identify you either mesh with somebody or you don't, and sometimes you have to force it based on the situation. You know what I'm saying? It might be work related or, you know what I'm saying, a common person that, you have to intermingle with. But I can usually identify with the chicks I don't like right away. I usually know right away I don't like them. You know what I mean? But I'm still nice. I'm still nice. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you love me.
I do like you, Dany. I do. And that's real. That's not a fake one. But no, I feel like you have to just, you pick your people. You know who your people are. You know who you mesh with well.
Yeah.
And, the other people, you just be polite. You don't have to fuck with them like that, but just be polite. You don't have to be an asshole.
Yeah, that is so true. Like, you just surround yourself with your people, the positive people.
Mm-hmm.
Some people who you can't surround yourself with, they have like healing that they still have to do. And sometimes if you're a giving person like you and you feel empathetic and you be like, oh, I gotta try to mash, but no, save your energy, protect your energy.
Exactly.
And just like she said,
and I have girls that I hung out with for years that I'm not cool with to this day.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? But that's life. You know what I'm saying? You grow apart. I'm not friends with them on my social media or anything like that, but I'm sick of all this capping. I don't wish them any harm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wish them any harm. Chances are I knew their kids. I knew, I watched their kids grow up. I don't have no ill will. I just know that they're not for me and what I'm doing in my life. And I have to move forward at some point. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So I love them from afar. You know what I'm saying? But my life is different now. So.
I really appreciate the positive people in my life. It seems like since I started doing comedy, I've been meeting a lot of friends and family. Like, they just, like, barely know them. Like, only been doing this for 8 months. And I'm like, these are family. This family right here.
Yeah.
Like, literally talked me off the bridge. Like even TBarb, before I became a comedian, you was all, I'm like, wow, okay. But when I did my first time at Nandy's, this person was like heckling like a mug. And I was so scared. Like, I felt like I was going to throw up. I literally had a canned beer and I don't even drink canned beer. And she was like heckling like, I want to get on top of you. And TBarb was like, shut up. And I was like, yes, that's my friend.
Yes. Stand up for me.
Because I didn't know all I knew was my set. I didn't know how to be like, sit your drummer down.
I'm loving these sound effects.
I'm trying to figure out how to use them.
I think that one thing. Okay, so I do think that women can work together. I do. I think that the perception that we can't sometimes stops us from not. And I think that a lot of times we say like women, when a lot of times it's people in general. You know what I mean? It's not just necessarily men. Men handle it a little different, but I know a lot of men that don't get along, and I know a lot of men that gossip. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Dany Redwine.
All men gossip.
Let me ask you this, Dany Redwine. Do you think that men really affect the way women work with each other in a negative way?
Do I think men do?
Yeah.
I think they can. I think there are some messy men that like to see women spatting. You know what I mean? I do. I know a couple of guys that, are messy. You know what I mean? And they have female friends, but I mean, it works for them. I mean, they're all still friends. You know what I mean? But it's still, I don't know. I guess I just kind of feel like, anybody's capable of that type of behavior.
Yeah.
Do men stay friends longer than women?
From my experience, I don't think men fall out as much as women do. They might not mess with each other, but if they grew up together and they know each other's families, they're still decent to each other and still. Yeah. But I do think men are friends longer than females. I have female friends from elementary school, you know what I mean, that I still stay in contact with to this day. But I don't see them on an everyday basis. I don't hang out, you know what I mean? Right. I don't hang out with them or anything. They don't live in Michigan anymore. Right. So if they did, it probably would be different, But I know most of the guys that I grew up with from high school, they are all still friends. They all stay in contact with each other. We just had a reunion this past weekend, and I saw pictures of them, all of them still with their same little cliques.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I do think it's possible. I mean, like I said, there's messy people out there. It happens, but I think if you allow it to happen, if you invite that into your life, or if you don't set up any boundaries, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
You know what I mean? It's bound to happen. I don't care if you're 20 or if you're 50. You have to be able to have some boundaries and respect. And that's just it, period, point blank.
And I believe men are, and I hate to generalize or whatnot, but I believe they're not as emotional as women can be.
They're not. They're logical.
Yeah. So like if they fall
We're
out,
the emotional ones.
right? They fall out. They
Right.
like, oh, that ain't work out. Boom. They like, man, I ain't like that. Me neither.
Right.
Okay. And then they good.
it take
and
women
we like,
2 years to do that.
You're sure you're over it? Are you sure you're over it, Cleophas? And he's like, I'm done. I'm over it. We good. And you like, but I don't know, because the way you
Men do
was
get
looking at
over
me
stuff
all
faster than
crazy.
women.
right.
Men do get over stuff faster than women.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah,
Because I would still be mad about something, the same thing he should be mad about, and I'm
Right.
still mad.
Right. It's 2 years later. We're still talking about
Yeah.
it.
I think I agree with you, Dani, with the eye on that it's almost like it's like men get over it easier. And women, we want to dwell on it. Not just hold on, but we like to dwell. So it's like a man could say, yo, like Dani with I say, yo, I didn't like the way you did this, son. And then his homeboy will be like, well, my bad. And they'll never bring it up again. Whereas a woman, the next time you think he about to do it, he ain't even did it yet, or she ain't even did it yet.
Right.
Like, yeah, because I see you about to be doing, like, we assuming that they're going to repeat the behavior. And there hasn't necessarily been an indication of that. So I do agree with that. And shout out to our watchers on YouTube. Jackie says, good morning, beautiful lady.
Good morning, Jackie.
Let me ask you this, and shout out to my cousin Cheryl Espinal Muse, Behind the Muse on 88.1 in Detroit. If you guys are tuning and listening to that, we were on her podcast last week, and she was talking about a girl code.
Okay.
So, is there a girl code, and does that play into the way that we handle each other?
I believe there is a girl code. Like, you should know your morals, not to date your girlfriend's man, or husband or whatever. I mean, that's just how I know times are different nowadays, and people be polyandering and stuff like that. But
what you say they doing?
They be polyandering or whatever it's called.
or they'll just call you over for a freaky session.
Yeah, they be menage a trois-ing, and
that's what couples are doing now.
Yeah. But I can't be friends with somebody that's been with my man. Like, I can't.
So you could never be friends.
I mean, I could probably be friends, especially if me and the man not together no more. I'll probably forgive it, because but
so you couldn't be friends with like so you couldn't make a girl tribe with your man's ex.
No.
I don't know, because see, some of my exes are still my friends, because I get over. I'm a woman, but I'm also kind of like a man.
Yeah,
like, so I got a lot of exes that are my friends, and I'm over it.
You're Aries.
So I probably can be friends with my ex's woman and everything, like hang out and I wouldn't care, which is weird.
Dani, with that why Redwine.
I wouldn't want to be friends with someone that's ever been with somebody I loved. That's just
but you don't always love everybody that you date. So
but they should know. They probably know that, though. Like, if you know somebody's together.
Well, let me say this. No. First off, Dani definitely is from Grand Rapids, because people be together and don't love each other. What I mean is that I know a lot of people that's together. No, because it flew off my head because it's wholesome. Detroit people don't care. You don't have to be in love to be with somebody.
You don't. I mean,
most people I know are not in love with the people that they're with.
But let me make a disclaimer. I am more so of a wholesome person. I usually have to be in love to be with somebody. But yeah, I have to be in love to be with somebody. But I will befriend you if we're not together no more. Like, I don't care.
So you have to be in love, Dani, with us to have sex.
Like,
in love.
right? Yeah, for
Oh,
me,
nah, I ain't
yeah.
I
gotta
wouldn't
be in
say in
love.
love,
Well,
but
not-
you know, you
well,
gotta be
close to
liking
in
them, like,
love or something.
yeah,
You know, you can't just be.
long-term relationship.
I can't be randomly just out here.
I don't randomly have sex, but let's say this. In love is a lot. I've only been
Yeah.
in love 2 times
You
in my
know
whole
what?
life.
You're right. Not in
Right.
love. Let me correct
Me
that.
too.
Not in love, but like something.
too.
I
it's
care
going
about this
somewhere.
person. This
There was
person
only 2
cares
people
about
that
me.
I loved.
I've
Yeah,
only been
Yeah.
in
but
love
I only been in
once.
love twice.
I only been in love once, and it wasn't my ex-husband, and that's
Yeah.
weird.
Damn.
But
Everything you
Well, my
in
point
with,
was,
that's weird.
I just wouldn't want to be friends with somebody that's been with somebody that I love. And like you said, I only
Yeah.
love 2 people, so anybody that know me probably knew who I loved at the time.
So
you know
is
what I'm
it-
saying? So,
Let me ask you to get a little messy. You said girl code is not to date someone that a friend has dated. Give me your top 3 girl code rules. I'm gonna start with Dany with the I, and then go to Dany with the Y.
yeah, they can't be the same. So let me get to thinking.
Like
It could be the same.
Okay.
like don't date your friend's man. Don't talk about your friend behind her back. Like if you got
Okay.
something to say it to her. You're like, you don't have to be like, be honest. Like you said, I am an Aries, so unfortunately I'm very honest. I kind of lose friends like that sometimes because they don't want to hear the truth. And
Here we go. What's
what's
another?
another and don't steal from your friends. That just came to my head. Ain't nobody ever stole from me, I don't think, but
That's a good one. That
Yeah.
is a good one. That's a good one. I wasn't even thinking about the stealing aspect, but good one.
it was
That
Jesus
is.
just
Yeah.
float right there.
That is a good one.
It was on your heart.
Yeah, it was on my heart. Must be about to happen. Somebody about to steal from me. Ain't that some crap?
Yeah.
I'm have to watch my back.
Yeah.
Dany,
I have to
Redwine.
agree with all 3 of what she said, and I'll just add to it that I wouldn't want a friend to or girl code for me is if you know you don't like somebody, if you know you don't like this girl, quit being up around her. Stop being up around her to appease everybody else. I don't care what it is that you have against the woman. If you sitting up being fake, just don't be around her. It's just, to me, I feel like it just breeds you to be intentionally mean or malice, or you know what I'm saying, even if you don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? The things you might say to her might come off different. The things that you do around her might come off. People pick up on shit. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very observant. So I pick up on energy. I pick up on what people do, their movements, what they say. And I think that if you got to be that way with somebody, you don't need to be up around them. Just go on and be with your other friends, but don't be trying to fake it around somebody just to have clout or be around them because they popular or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like them, kick rocks.
Also, don't put me in your mess. Like
Yeah,
if you
don't put
like
me in
this
your
person,
mess. Yep.
don't be like, oh,
that's
you
what
can't
it
be
would
friends
breed
with
to.
her. Like,
Exactly. That's
but
the
she
kind
my
of stuff.
friend.
That's
Like,
the
that
kind
ain't
of
nothing to do
stuff that
with
will come
y'all.
out of that. Exactly. It's not necessary. And the whole talking behind your back. I don't do that shit. I don't if I got love for you, I'm not gonna be talking about you behind your back. And whatever we talked about is going to the grave with me. I'm not gonna get mad at you, even if we do have a falling out. I'm not gonna get mad at you and go to somebody and spill out all your stuff. That shit is whack. Don't do that.
It definitely is a whack. You're tuned into the Retired Hood Rat Podcast live on Detroit is Different. Make sure you go to the YouTube comedian TBarb and subscribe. And make sure if you're in Detroit that you come out August 31st.
Yes.
To the Detroit House of Comedy.
Yes.
Okay. See me, TBarb and Friends, every last Wednesday of the month. This month I have Isaiah Kelly. Dany Redwine is on the show. And also Kim Wiskel. So I have a code. The code is TBarb5 to get $5 off. So TBarb5. Go get your tickets now. And you can also get your tickets to my new business class, Turning Your Profit to Passion.
Okay.
The class is only $100. It's going to be September 10th. I only have 20 spots available. Just announced it today. So go grab the tickets if you want to learn branding, marketing, social media, how to make money every day, website design, and resources. We're going to be talking about all of those things at this class. I'm also going to tap on credit, and I'm not talking about somebody fixing credit who doesn't know, I have a 750 credit score that I built on my own. And we're talking about leveraging credit and how you can take those things to help you turn your passion into profit. So that's it. Yeah, I know I got to do my little advertisement.
I didn't know it. I was like, wait a minute, I wanted to jump in like passion into profit.
That's right. We are in studio with Redwine, Dany Redwine.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
And also Dany with the Dany Love, y'all.
Dany Love.
Hi, brotherins and sisterins.
Yes.
Retired Hoodrat podcast each and every Monday live, and each and every Thursday on Spotify, Google Play, and Apple Music. Now, let me ask you this. I want to get a little bit personal into you all stories. Redwine. Tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, and let's talk about, first I want to know a little bit about yourself, and how your relationship has been with the women in your life in general.
Okay, I am from Grand Rapids, Michigan, born and raised. Only other place I lived in was Georgia. I am the only sister to 3 siblings that are boys. I have an older brother and 2 younger brothers. One lives in Philly. He's a prof at Temple University, and my 2 younger brothers are in Texas. My mom is still living. My father is gone. And my background with women, my mother actually comes from a family of women. She has 6 sisters and 1 brother. So imagine that household. You know what I'm saying? Like all them different personalities and all them women. Yeah. So you know, I grew up around I had a lot of aunties, you know what I mean? So grew up around a lot of women. So I trusted women growing up, you know what I mean? It wasn't until I got into, you know, high school and, you know, my young adult years that, you know, I was a little naive, you know, to how women can be deceptive. Just because I grew up with aunties that was cool and fun, and you know what I'm saying? They loved me, you know what I mean? I didn't have any problems with my aunties. I had some long-term relationships with friends that didn't turn out, and you know, I grieved those relationships. I literally had like a funeral for them relationships to bury them, because long-term relationships, it's a loss. It's you kind of go through a grieving process. But I've learned a lot from the women in my life. I've learned resilience for sure. I've definitely learned not to give up. There were no quitters in my family. You know, all the women did well. You know what I mean? They all got married and had families and had good jobs, stayed at their jobs for years. So I had good examples of women. My grandmothers were exceptional women. You know what I mean? So I really grew up around a lot of positive women. Now they crazy. You know, I won't say that was, you know, I'm exempt from that gene. But definitely I've gone through some things with women in relationships, and TBarb, you know, we developed our relationship about 5-6 years ago through comedy. And, you know, being comedy sisters, it's been refreshing for me because I've had good and bad relationships with women, you know what I mean? But our journey was through comedy together, you know what I'm saying? So our relationship was always built on fun and having a good time and becoming better comedians. So we have the same, you know, passion. We have the same likes, you know, so it's easy for us to get along. Whereas in the past, I thought I had those likes with those women. I thought we had things in common. And it wasn't until situations occurred where I realized maybe we not. Maybe I don't think the same as them, or maybe I don't feel the same way that they do. I don't handle things the way that they handle things. And I think that was what set me apart, to be able to know who was cool to be in my life and who wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a kindergarten friend that I've been friends with since we was 5 years old, and we friends to this day. And I love that woman. And there was times where we had lost touch. You know what I'm saying? Like you lose touch in college, and you know, she's gone down south for 4 years at a HBCU. I'm still here, a young mother in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So our lives were different. So yeah, there were times where, you know, we didn't talk, but still friends to this day, you know, and I love her. So I really I value my relationships with women, because really we all we got.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
We're the ones that look out for each other.
Yeah.
You know, there's been times where, you know, coming out the bar, we're at the bar a lot. You know what I'm saying? I could see a woman looking tipsy and I'm looking around to see who she with.
Make sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who
Right.
is this woman with? You know what I'm saying? You know, that we need to start doing that a lot more. We need to start looking out for each other as women. I believe that there's women like me that do. You know what I mean? That are looking around like, hey, who's got this woman's back here? You know, who's she with? So yeah, I have good relationships with women. I value my relationships with the women that are in my life right now. And I feel like I'm gonna grow old. I'm gonna grow old with this hoe right here. We're gonna be gray. Yeah, we're gonna be gray and old. We're gonna be the two ladies in the chair with the martini glass trying to spill wine in the mouth on vacation.
When I get real old, I'm definitely, I can't say it because I'm live on TikTok, but I'm definitely trying to drug. Like as soon as I get like 75, I don't
as
mind
long
being,
as it's not, I'm not gonna do it with you.
I don't mind being like a 75,
You.
80-year-old
I'ma
crackhead.
I'ma make sure
like
she
my
good.
last 10 years, I could be. Because look at this. Think about this. If I turn 80 and I try to become a crackhead, then I have unlimited energy later on in life. Right now ain't a good time.
Didn't you?
Right now is not a good time.
You was at home like,
But
I'm gonna
if
be a
I get
crackhead at
old-
80.
Oh yeah. I've been thinking about that
I'm
a
just
lot.
gonna watch you.
I've been thinking about that a
I'm
lot.
put you on TikTok.
I'm gonna get 80 and then be a
Go
little
viral.
crackhead. I'm just saying, you get 80, they trying to put you on all type of medication to stay. Crack is it? All the crackheads I know got unlimited energy.
They
So
really
then if
do.
I get
Healthy.
older and I do crack
And
at
they strong.
85,
And they real
then that
strong
means that
too.
I'm gonna be like doing it.
You got
Bow, bow,
5
bow,
more years.
bow, bow, bow.
Right.
So imagine me, 80 all in a wheelchair, then I smoke some crack and bow, I'm out here like
Only in
do
Detroit.
ride that train. Like for real. I'm just saying it might happen. Things happen sometimes. Sorry, I didn't mean to go
I
that
can't wait
left.
to see that one. Oh my god.
I didn't mean to be ghetto like that. It's the Retired Hood Rat Podcast with your host, comedian TBarb. Dani with the I. Let's get to that story, girl.
Oh, let me see. Story time. My granny, she helped my mom raise me. My mom, she went through a lot as a person. I didn't know that she had like mental health issues, and dang, it's so personal.
You don't have to. You feel go as personal as you
share
feel
what
too. You don't have
want.
to share everything.
Okay. But yeah, thanks to my granny. My granny was there for me. Like, if it's because of my grandma that I'm not a whoremonger and out here in these streets, because I really could have been doing crack at the age of 8 and not 80. But my grandma
right
was there for me. She had me in church all the time and stuff like that. I'm writing a book. It's called Love Hates Me, and it's based on you should be able to get it at beautifulridgeway.com by the end of the month, hopefully, in Jesus' name. It's based on my sister. Unfortunately, my sister lost her life at the age of 4 by my mom's boyfriend. And so it's a testimony of how you can change your script. And I know that I can change my script. I was taught that I can change my script because of my grandmother. Like, she taught me like how to pray and how to speak to myself and how to speak life. And so because of that relationship, and then my aunts, they spoke life into me. So I was able to have that positivity in my life.
I have my auntie Penny, and my auntie Ann. They spoke life into me. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah,
They gave you that love and that support and let you know that you was something. Yeah, exactly.
And then my aunts, I don't tell everybody this, but my aunts, they're the Ridgeway sisters. They sung background for Anita Baker and Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
For years.
Oh, wow.
And so I would see them touring and stuff like that. So I'm like, if that's in my blood, then I can do that too.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Instead of me having a negative story, I just, I'm grateful to them, and I just try to empower people as much as I can, because I know that it's a choice to be happy.
Absolutely.
And I made that choice. But people don't know that all the time. Sometimes they think they have to be stuck into, being sad and being defeated. But sometimes God is waiting on you to come out with what you got, like you said, with your gift, so that they can be what they need to be. Sometimes people are waiting on you to do that. So I think it's important that women empower each other. Like I said, TBarb was there for me. I got my friend Aria, my new comedy friend Aria.
Yes.
And we've been like, we was on the phone late last night, trying to encourage each other, like, girl, you got this. Keep doing it.
Right.
Sometimes you need that.
Every comedian needs a comedian sister.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you need somebody to go through this with. And you kind of see that throughout you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You start looking around, you kind of see that there's some comedians out there that do things together with the, other female comedians, because you need that support. We know what we're going through.
We definitely do.
Everybody can't relate to the things and challenges that we go through, trying to get on these stages and perform and, being a Black female comedian, so yeah.
And even my brothers, I'm grateful to them too. I mean, they're not sisters, but it's like we be in a group chat, they be encouraging you, like I
Right.
quit so many times in my head. Like I was like, I'm done.
Me too. Me too. Barb talked me off the ledge one day. I was like, I'm done with comedy. She was like, you is not done with comedy.
And I've only done it for 8 months.
Yeah.
But
It's discouraging in the beginning.
But I'm very grateful.
But if you love it and you're passionate about it, just keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm very grateful because I'm looking at where I started at to where I am right now. When I first started, when I took Mike Larry's class, I literally sent him a set. I wouldn't even call it a set. It was horrible. And he never even responded to it. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was terrible. Like so much details. Like I was walking to the store and then I tripped and then I fell. Then I got back up. Then I dusted myself off. And then it was like, where's the punchline? What are you talking about? It was horrible. And for me to get to a point where now I can go in front of people actually laugh. I'm like, this is crazy.
I formulated some jokes.
Yeah. I'm like, actually been on people's shows and been at open mics, and for only 8 months, I think I know that I'm doing good. So I just keep telling myself that. Sometimes I even go back to my TikTok with the 1.5 million views. And I look at myself, and try to encourage myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like even my character, Dr. Love, you got to check her out. Like she's a crazy therapist who gives out horrible advice. And my comedy friends were like, text me like, that's good. That's some good stuff. And
that is.
Like you need people to encourage you like that.
Absolutely.
Because if I was just out here by myself, I'd be like, forget Dr. Love and Dany Love and everybody. Let me just jump off of this high chair and end it all,
No, don't do that. We can't do that, sister, now.
But I'm empowered. I got this.
Yep, you got it. You got it, Dany.
Like, even being on this show is so awesome. With TBarb, like seeing where you came from, listening to your testimony.
Yeah, absolutely.
We both went to Mackenzie. Mackenzie was not cast.
What up, though? Mackenzie Staggs in the building.
Yeah, TBarb hit the pavement hot.
Yes, she did.
I call her Relentless now.
Girl.
That's her new nickname, Relentless.
Yeah, I am Relentless. I think that that's just a part. And shout out to Malachi Lee, who says that ledge be so tempting. Just as far as jumping up. I think that I just believe in whatever it is that you want to do, just doing it.
Yeah.
And not really making excuses for it. And there's a lot of times, I talked about consistency, but there are so many times that it's like, it's not easy. And I just think that we all get this fake impression that it's easy or that
we got it all figured out.
We have it all figured out, or it's just supposed to come, or you snap your fingers and here you are at your goal. That's not the way it works. And just speaking on women and relationships with women, I love a lot of the women in my life, but at the same time, there are a lot of women in my life that do bring drama. But I think that all people, not just women and men, both can bring drama. And I think that is young and old.
Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes
the old ones.
Sometimes
girl, they got nothing else to do.
We on the same
to keep shit up.
They got nothing else to do.
For sure.
And so I think that men are more covert a lot of times with the way that they handle their dysfunction and the things that they do. And women are more it's like an older saying. Hi, I'm getting old, so it's one of my saying. Their feelings on their sleeves. More so I think that it can be chaotic. I think it's chaotic to keep people like Dany Redwine was talking about earlier. It is chaotic to keep people around you that don't like you. And I think that a lot of times we have to start following our spirit.
Our intuition.
So sometimes your intuition is telling you this person isn't good for you. But what I will say is I think that women, we give the guys we date and the men we are with more chances than we do
way more
our female friends.
What we supposed to. We need to give our female friends more grace than them dudes. Like, because literally a guy, like you said, guys are straight up. Like, if he don't want to be with you, he don't want to be with you. If he playing games with you, then he good on you. He got options and he not trying to, be with you. So I don't know why we be giving them like, oh, he just going through. No, he not going through.
But I think with women, like you said, it's just.
And hold on, shout out to Joe Blux. He said different type of drama come with age and sex.
It does. I agree with that. But yeah, just like you were saying, that's a perfect way of saying it. There's no better way. That's just the way it goes. No, you're doing good, Dany.
Go, Dany.
Go, Dany.
You're live on the Retired Hood Rat podcast, and we have guest Dany Love in the building. Dany with an I. And then also the incredible, funny Dany Redwine. Dany with a Y. I came up with some little nicknames because it's something when you have two ladies with the same name.
Two Dany.
What's the odds of that?
What's the odds?
What is the odds?
And her last name is, I love her last name.
Actually, Mike Larry gave me that last name.
Oh, I thought it was your government.
Oh, girl, no, my government name is Ridgeway.
Oh, see, my government is Redwine.
Oh, see. I don't be wanting people to know my government name.
Yeah, y'all got that's my government name. I can't get away from it.
Nah, I just made up the names.
Mike
made it up. Mike Larry made it up. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I like it.
I was like, I like that. And I was like, I just started changing it. Like,
okay, that's your name. Okay. All right. Your stage name.
So let me ask you ladies this. The show, it always goes so fast too. Final question on today's topic. Don't forget to tune in to the Retired Hood Rat podcast every other Monday live on YouTube and every other Thursday on Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music. Check us out, all of our previous episodes and everything. And if you want to support the movement, www.TBarb.com. Don't forget August 31st.
Detroit House of Comedy.
Go get those tickets. I'm trying to sell it out wall to wall. I need everybody in the building.
Barb put some short shorts and a tank top on and pass out flyers on 7 Mile.
Here we go.
We about to be on the corner.
Now, if I'm gonna do all that, we need to be at the Detroit Athletic Club. I'm not doing it on 7 Mile. I'm not doing it on 7 Mile, but I will come
we can do to the
with the shorts at the DAC.
They might call the police on us.
Listen, you can pimp me, but please,
they gonna call the police on us down there.
Over there.
Hold on, this the thing.
We can run though. We've been getting on the treadmill.
It ain't even that. You can pimp me, but you will pimp me at my price. That's the difference. You can pimp me, but pimp me at my price level.
Shout out to my boy Darius Stowers. He said everything has a price.
The price is the price.
Everything is the price.
Shout out to Marvin Dukes, who says, "Hey Tiffany, keep up the good work. Sherman will be so proud."
Oh, shout out to Tutoy. She said, "Nope, keep going."
Hey,
thank you, Tutoy. Thank you, Marvin. I appreciate you, especially bringing up my dad's name. I think about him every day, and just thank you for that. And I'm pretty sure he would be proud, especially.
Absolutely, he would.
All right.
He see his daughter doing crazy shit though. Her just like spirit is around her for sure.
Question, ladies. We had our girl code as far as what not to do. Are there things that a friend has to do? 1 minute. Are there things that a friend has to do to be a friend?
Well, right now for me, support my friend Aria. She's having her Aria live event.
That's what friends do, y'all.
That's what friends do.
It will be at Northwestern Activity Center. Support her. Yay.
Yeah. How do they get the tickets?
They go to you go to my page and you'll see the flyer and you can contact her on the phone number that is on there. And yeah. She will be co-starring on A League of Their Own.
Oh,
so it's
that is dope. Shout out to Aria Moody.
Shout out, Aria. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing.
Oh, yes.
Have to have her on the podcast.
So you say just as long as you support. And Dany Redwine, what are the things a person, a woman to woman has to do to be a friend?
Be real. If your girl is making some messed up decisions and you
Mm.
know that they some messed up decisions, don't allow her to do it. You know, if she about to do something, get online and say something stupid, stop her from doing that. You know, we have to stop letting bad behavior go by with our friends. You know,
Mhm.
you should be able to keep it real with your girl and be like, look, girl, that might not be a good look. So don't do that. I'm not going to let you do that. I don't want you to be perceived as this. Don't put yourself out there like that. So stop your girl from doing some dumb shit.
That's really good.
Stop your girl from doing some dumb shit. I like that. Was my
We
favorite
need to
one.
put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Put that on the t-shirt. Stop your girl from doing some dumb shit. Dani with Dany Love. Thank you so much for being in the building. What do you have coming up next, and where can they find you?
I will be at Mark Ridley's on the 31st. And
Shout out to Aria. She says, I'm loving this conversation. Wish I was there with
dang,
y'all.
I ain't even been on that stage yet. Man, I don't have to make some calls or something.
It's the Lord.
It
And
is
I
the
also
Lord.
paid for the classes.
And you call in the Wednesday before.
That's
For
what's
Mark
up.
Ridley's, you call in the Wednesday before.
Yep.
And it's a lottery.
Okay.
And also, we still have Mike Larry that's going to be in 2 weeks at the Prosper Center. Our Funny is Funny.
I know.
Okay.
I'm
Funny
waiting
is-
for that to come back.
Yeah.
And then
For
I got
sure.
my book coming out, Love Hates Me. That will be at the
Go.
end of this month. Go to
girl.
beautifulridgeway.com.
That's what's
I'm
up.
still editing it, so
I
I'm
want
like,
to be like you when I grow
girl,
up.
I'm trying to be
Little
like
Dany, little
y'all.
Dany.
I'm trying to be like both of y'all.
I'm trying. My book is on the struggle bus, but I'm working on it little by little.
Girl, it took me. I've been doing this for years. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't feel
that's
so bad.
normal.
I'm in weeks right
It's
now.
been
so
years. So
okay.
yeah.
Okay. I don't feel so bad.
But yeah, it's a book about healing and script renewal, but it's a novel too. So it got like a lot of juicy stuff in there. Even though I try not
Okay.
to cuss in real life, but I do sometimes off the camera. It's a lot of cussing words, a lot of sex, all that good stuff.
It's your book.
Yeah.
So
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Okay. Dany Redwine, where can they catch you next and follow you?
They can catch me on Dany Redwine _Redwine all across the board. And that's DANY _REDWINE, just like the wine you drank. I've got a lot of shows going on this week. So you can catch me tomorrow. I'm going to be with the Simply Chanel show at the patio. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the hip hop improv with Tam White. Yeah. And on Thursday, I'll be at the Soul of Detroit with Stromile. Yeah. So I got a busy week this week. Come out and support. Follow me if you can't support coming to the shows. Support online is great. Come and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
And give it up for Dany Redwine, y'all. That's a busy week in the D.
It is. I'm
excited.
I'm excited. Oh, and just a little thing. I'm doing chocolate sundaes in California. I just sent in my profile pic.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm gonna be on chocolate Sundays
Go,
on the
girl.
28th of August. So
Let's do it. Big shit. Big shit.
Yes. Real quick, can I say my name on my handle? Because I forgot to say that. See,
Yes.
see, the professional went after me, and see, she made me think. Comedian Dany Love. I just changed it to comedian Dany Love on Instagram and TikTok.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna follow you right now.
Let's go. Make sure.
I think I'm following you already.
Following me.
Okay, I was gonna say we following each other already. Okay,
Yeah.
I think when we met, Dany.
Well, it is the Retired Hood Rat Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me each and every. Well, not each and every. That's a lie. Every other Monday and every other Thursday. Comedian TBarb. I appreciate your support. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Comedian TBarb. Also, subscribe on Spotify to Retired Hood Rat Podcast. Don't forget one more again. I can't say it enough. August 31st.
Yes.
I want to see y'all in the building.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
the
good night.
all new
show.
Detroit House of
Yes,
Comedy.
it is.
I'm talking about food, drinks, great time, great environment, great comedy.
And
I
lots
have
of laughs.
Isaiah
Lots of
Kelly
laughs.
coming
And Isaiah
all the
been
way from
killing
New
it.
York.
Getting
New
standing
York,
nose out here.
Prince, of comedy is coming straight here. I'm bringing the hottest. September 28th, I got Coco in the building with Tim
Coco's
Finkel.
gonna be in the building.
So make sure that y'all come out. You can use the code right now for a couple of days only. I swear to God, they taking it down any day now. TBarb 5. That's TBarb 5 to get $5 off. I want to see y'all. This show, you do not want to miss it. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. I am TBarb, comedian TBarb on TikTok, or TBarb from Detroit, because I'm always in TikTok jail. I appreciate y'all.
Always in TikTok
I
jail.
appreciate y'all so much
Dead ass.
for putting it out there. And I love y'all. And I'm going to say this until next time. Give it up for the ladies, y'all.
Peace
One more
out.
time.
Love you guys.